Of all the techniques that we've done, show you how to put it together into a 15 to 20 minute pre-event routine. In that amount of time, you'll see that we'll be able to give the entire body a very thorough stimulation. You want to keep the tempo upbeat. You want to see that all of your techniques are open-handed. No digital pressure, nothing that's going to cause pain, nothing that's invasive. We're going to work at a up-tempo pace, but don't work too quickly, don't rush. Don't move abruptly from one area to the other. So you don't want to alarm the person or put them on edge. I will integrate techniques of compression, petrissage, jostling, stretches. We'll include a tense and relax. And basically, you can be real creative with this and develop a real nice flow. You want to stay at a nice steady rhythm. And basically that's it. So let's begin. Now if you are doing this as a pre-event routine, you would focus more specifically on muscles that are going to be used in that activity. So for example, if you're working with a runner, you're going to spend more time on the legs. If you're working with a cyclist, legs, shoulders, neck, arms, everything. Also, you might spend more time on a problem or tight area that you found. Compression here, you can do some mobilization of the scapula. Petrissage is going to be a primary stroke here. So you can use petrissage to loosen the trapezius. This is where we can hold a lot of tension. I'll go into the upper arm, so can compress into triceps, the back of the arm here. You can also use some petrissage, grasping the arm. Continue my compression into the back. I can work both sides of the back. Get into some rocking of the low back. You can also get into some vigorous rubbing in order to create heat, loosen and warm. Just kind of stirring the tissue up and doing some nice loosening that way. Continue into the low back. Again, using compression as my main stroke. And we could bring in some petrissage here too. Again, it's open-handed, not doing anything invasive. Working the gluteal muscles. And I'll proceed down into the hamstrings. If I found a real tight area, I would spend more time there to see that I loosened it up. So you might spend more time on the low back. So here, my compression once again, and can bring in petrissage, take a good grasp of both hamstrings. And we can even jostle here too. So I take a hold of the hamstrings, lift them up, and shake. So I'm lifting it up away from the bone and doing some good shaking here. This is very relaxing for the muscle. I'm shaking back and forth. Jostling also, I can do like a one-handed jostle. And I'll proceed into the lower leg. Here I can jostle also, taking hold of the gastroc, shaking. Nice two-handed petrissage. Now we'll include some stretches as we do this also. Generally we would do our tissue loosening and warming before we stretch. Then the stretch is going to be more effective. It's harder to stretch cold muscle. And I'll continue into my compression. And we'll do a little loosening of the feet. A loosening at the metatarsophalangeal joints here. Some nice compression, squeezing of the foot through the arch. Twisting, loosening of the foot. A little tapping into the heel. And let's go into a couple stretches while we're here too. Quad stretch, go into our hip flexor psoas stretch here. And just for a little variation, show you something different. You can bring the leg up in this position and we can work the side of the thigh in this position. Working vastus lateralis, I can compress into the iliotibial band. So it's just another position you can work the leg in. Stretch. Do a soleus stretch here. And come to the other side. Our percussion. Do some pounding, sacral area here. Take it up into the back. So this will penetrate into the deeper layers, also stimulate. Nice loose fist. Out on the back of the knee. Okay, this time I'll ask Diane to turn over. Let's work the other side here. Come up to the arm. Do some compression. Here our petrissage comes in really handy too. Take a hold of the whole arm. Reach over the top, petrissage, work the deltoids. You can see how my hand fits all the way around here. I can work deltoids, I can continue down, work the triceps. Press into the biceps. Brachialis. Flexors, extensors. Same on the other arm. So here we can affect the pecs here with some nice compression in and out. Biceps. Petrissage here also works really well. Some petrissage around the deltoids. triceps, brachialis, compression. So you don't necessarily have to work the whole body. Again, focus on the areas that really need it and that the athlete's going to be using in their activity. You might also want to pay attention to their breathing. And if you notice their breathing real shallow, if they're very nervous, then you may want to do some abdominal rocking, okay? And just help to deepen their breath, release any tension. Gently grasp from the outside the abdominal muscles and do a little gentle rocking. So the breathing is the real key. You want to pay attention to that. And I'll come to the head of the table, and I can do, again, some pec compression from up above here. But more importantly, I want to end with some neck loosening, just to finish it up. There can be a lot of tension held here, a lot of energy. Work trapezius, some more kneading. Petrissage of the neck. Here's a nice loosening stroke that's very effective from the opposite side, reaching under the neck and doing a nice open-handed grasp to loosen. Stretch. Same on the other side. Loosen. Reach across and grasp, loosen. So this is all intended just to loosen up, to warm everything. But it's nice to end up here to give the person more of that feeling of relaxation and centeredness. So you can do a lot just in your 15 to 20 minutes. Stretch the neck, a couple different positions. End the treatment, and at this point I want to wish the athlete good luck in their event.